Hi, this is Cannabiz Media's customer support team, and in this video we are going to go over how to utilize the email component of our database. So from anywhere within the app, we are going to be able to click right here on email. It's going to take us to our email dashboard. Now here we get to see some recently delivered campaigns right when we open it up. We have some data over here on our past performances once you've sent some emails out, as well as our quota, how many emails we have to send still for the month. For the purposes of this, we are looking to create a new campaign, so we are going to click this draft a new campaign button, which will then take us to the first step in creating our campaign, the overview page. Once on this overview page, we've got some data we need to fill out. We'll need to go ahead and put our subject line in here, as well as a campaign name. This will just be something used within our database. Your customers won't see this. For the purposes of this, I'll go ahead and name it Travis Video Tutorial. And then as we scroll down, we have our sender. So this is who it's going to be coming from. I want to go ahead and leave it on support. What that sender name is going to reflect, if we want a different reply to, as well as what domain we're delivering it from. You want to make sure that this matches up with your sender. And then the last step is going to be our mailing address. By default, it's just going to be using the organization's address that's saved into the account. Now, once we've made sure all this data is what we want it to reflect, we'll go ahead and click on the Compose tab, which will pop up our template options here. So we'll have a couple that you can choose from, and then you can create templates out of email campaigns you've sent, or just create a fresh template. For the purposes of this, I'll go ahead and click a template and choose select. Alright, after we've chosen our template, it's going to bring us to the Compose tab. Here we'll be able to choose the content of the email we're going to send out to our recipients. We'll be able to choose from some different content blocks, as well as some different rows to help create the structure that we'd like our email to represent. Once we've decided on the content we want to bring over, we're just going to click and hold, drag it into place, and let go of the click. It's going to drop the item right where we indicated. For this one, I dragged an image block over. In order to choose what image, once I've placed the block, we're going to click the little browse button. It's going to bring us to our image library. We'll be able to choose from any of our previously uploaded images, but if we wanted to upload a new image, we have a couple of ways to do so. We can either choose to upload from our computer, click here, it'll create a pop-up. We can select the image we'd like to bring into the system, and then click open there. The next option is going to be to import the item from one of the image hosting sites like Facebook, Google Drive, Flickr, Instagram. You'll just click connect your account, and then you'll be able to choose from there. And then the third option is going to be click search free photos. It's going to bring you to a royalty free photo library. We can just type in something like happy. It's going to come up with a few options here. We can go ahead and click this gentleman, and then it's going to load it into our image library. Now, once we've got the image we want in front of us, we'll go ahead and click the insert button. That's going to bring the image into that spot where the empty image block was. And as long as we're clicked on the image, we're going to have some options over here on the right hand side. A couple that I really want to point out are going to be the alternate text blocks, and this is going to be important for a couple of reasons. One, putting some information in here is going to help with our spam triggers and avoiding those. It's also going to be very useful for our users that are using an audio guide to read their emails out, or if people are using a text-only feature to read their emails. So for the purposes of this, I'll go ahead and toss some text in there. And then below that, we're going to have our action option of adding our URLs. We can use a web page, a mail to, call to, or text to link, or we can link a file. If we want to go in here, it will insert, and then it'll just look a little bit more legitimate than an attachment would. So once we have that all set up, we are good to go. Now, if I decide that I don't want that image or any other block, there's a little trash can icon. Just make sure you click on the item and then click that trash can, and it'll go away. So with our text blocks, they're going to be pretty similar to what you're used to seeing. Once you click into them, you're going to have similar options to adjust and add and format the text to what you would like your readers to see. If you ever want to utilize merge tags, this is going to be where you'll use it. You can just get rid of this first name here. We can just go down to merge tags and we can choose it as our option. That'll pull the first name listed within the database for any of the recipients on your list. If we want to utilize any links, we have the ability to link text within the text block here, or we can add one of our button blocks here, and that's going to give us a really great call to action for any links or documents we'd like to attach. It's going to have a similar tab here as we saw in our image, where we can add a web page, a mail to link, call to, or text link, or we can link straight to a document that we want our users to download. Click insert here. It's going to attach it and just add a little bit of legitimacy to it. Now, once you have completed the content of your email, make sure you go up and save your changes. It'll take just a moment, and then this will turn to a green box with a little check mark, and that means that you've saved all the work you've done. Once you've done that, we can send ourselves a test email or preview it in either desktop or mobile format. After we've completed our previews and tests that we would like to do, or are sure our content is ready to go, we will move on to the Recipients tab portion. Alright, once on this tab, we have a couple of ways that we can add context to our recipient list. The first way is going to be to look them up directly, so you can just type them in here, or we can import them via a list, tag, or spreadsheet. For the purposes of this video, we are going to import via a tag. I've got a CNB test group here. It's going to give us a quick little preview of what that's going to look like. Click that little green button. It's going to take just a moment for the loading to occur. And you'll notice that I've already got a warning starting to pop up. What we'll do is we click on that. It'll give us a little bit of information on exactly what that error is. It looks like on this one I have an inactive record. We'll take care of that here soon. And if you ever get any of these warnings that pop up, you can come into us and chat. We do have an article that discusses the different warnings that can pop up. Please do take a look at these, get them fixed, reach out to us if you have any issues. Alright, now at the beginning we're going to see a bunch of data, just kind of the basics of deliverables, undeliverables, who's opened in the past as well as who's clicked. If we scroll through, we can see all the recipients that we've added via this tag, as well as the statuses. We've got unsubscribed here. As we continue to scroll through, we can see that inactive that we got a warning about. We can also check statuses if we've got any actives, pendings. So in order to get rid of this inactive, we'll just go ahead and mark him here. We'll go ahead and click remove. It'll want to verify. Click remove recipient. It'll say success. And now we are going to be ready to send our email. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the send button right here. It's going to bring up our scheduler, which is going to have a few options here in front of us. The first one is going to be when to schedule our email. If we left this unchecked, click these two boxes, we'd be able to fire our email off. But for the purposes of this, let's go ahead and click this. We'll be able to choose a date and time, or we can click this button here, and the system will analyze your past sends and pick the most engaged date and time. Looks like Monday at 11 is going to be my best, so I'll go ahead and click that. It'll go ahead and input the date and time there. And then we can move down to the next option on our scheduler, which is going to be send time optimization. What this is going to allow the system to analyze when the best time to engage with your customer is going to be over the next 24, 48, or 72 hours of the date you've scheduled your delivery. You can either leave it checked here to not utilize this feature, or choose which date you'd like to. Now below this, it's going to give us a quick little summary of the delivery, who it's going to be dispatched from, as well as when the dispatch will begin. Do make note that these two boxes are checked. Once you've got those checked, you can go ahead and hit this Send at Scheduled Time button, and the system will take care of the rest. Now, once we've set our campaign, back here on the email dashboard, we will see it reflected under the recently delivered. And if we go over to the right, we'll see a few data points here on the send, as well as a button that we can expand to give us some options if we want to make a copy or create a template out of it. But if we want to dive into the data a little bit more, we can click right on the title. It'll bring us to our analytics page. We'll be able to see all the data on the engagement with our customers on this send. If you're looking for a little bit more information, we do have a great article on analyzing the results of an email campaign that is going to be accessible through our Help Center. Now, to access our Help Center, you'll just click down here on Help. It'll pop up another tab, and then you can type in whatever question you have, article you're looking for, or information you really want to dive into. If you need a little bit more assistance, please don't hesitate to jump into chat by just clicking on this little green chat bubble here in the bottom right corner. It will give you another place you can type in Help Center articles, or you can send a message to us. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have an ebook and webinars available from our email success team. If you are interested in signing up for any of the upcoming webinars, please reach out to email success at cannabiz.media. That team also performs email analysis and strategy sessions that are going to be available on certain subscription plans. Please reach out to support or your account manager if you'd like any more information on either of these services available through our email success team.